Why do so many people over 60 struggle to stand up from a chair? Even if they're active, eat healthy, and try their best to stay strong? What if the real reason behind weak legs, shaky steps, or those sudden cramps wasn't age, but a silent vitamin deficiency most doctors don't check for? Studies have shown that muscle strength declines by up to 15% every decade after 60, and not just because of aging. In many cases, the muscles simply aren't getting the nutrition they need to function. Take Linda, 72. She walked her dog every morning until her legs started giving out. She thought it was just part of growing older. But after a routine blood test, her doctor found she was lacking in a few crucial vitamins. 3 months later, with a few simple changes, she was walking easier, sleeping better, and even dancing again on weekends. In this video, we're going to explore the 7 most powerful nutrients that help your legs stay strong, steady, and pain-free. You'll learn how each one supports your muscles, bones, and nerves, and how to get more of them through your meals, habits, and a few smart supplements. If you stay with me through the end, I'll share a simple 7-day challenge to help you feel a real difference, starting this week. Please feel free to ask questions or leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Strength and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could change your health. Now let's dive into the most important vitamin of all. Number 1, vitamin D, the foundation of strength and stability. If your legs feel heavy in the morning, or if climbing stairs leaves you winded faster than it used to, the issue might not be your muscles. It might be your vitamin D. Vitamin D is more than just a bone vitamin. It's the ignition switch for everything from muscle strength to balance to nerve coordination. Without it, your body can't properly absorb calcium, your muscles can't contract efficiently, and your nervous system can't fire signals fast enough to keep you steady. That's why vitamin D plays such a crucial role in preventing falls, and why it's one of the most overlooked deficiencies in people over 60. As we age, our skin produces less vitamin D from sunlight, and our kidneys convert less of it into its active form. Combine that with more time spent indoors and sunscreen used that blocks UVB rays, and you've got the perfect storm for deficiency. In fact, a major study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults with low vitamin D levels were twice as likely to fall. And the problem wasn't just bone strength, it was slower reflexes, reduced muscle tone, and impaired coordination. Let me tell you about Frank, 75, a retired teacher from Indiana. He'd always been active, but lately he found himself stumbling over the same step outside his front porch. He was also waking up sore and tired. A quick blood test revealed a severe vitamin D deficiency. His doctor prescribed 1,000 IU daily and recommended short morning walks. After 3 months, Frank reported fewer stumbles, better energy, and no more morning stiffness. So how can you get more vitamin D? Sunlight. Aim for 15 to 30 minutes of gentle sun exposure in the morning, with arms and legs uncovered if possible. Diet. A grilled salmon fillet, about 100 grams, gives you around 500 to 600 IU. Fortified milk, egg yolks, and mushrooms are also great choices. Supplements. Most older adults do well with 800 to 1,000 IU per day. Some people may need higher doses, like 2,000 IU per day, especially if they're deficient. But always follow your doctor's guidance. If you're taking long-term medications like diuretics or corticosteroids, talk to your doctor. These can affect how your body processes vitamin D. From a nutritionist's point of view, vitamin D is the unsung hero of mobility. It won't give you instant results, but over a few weeks, it can absolutely change the way your legs feel, how steady you stand, and how confident you move. Because strength isn't something you lose overnight. It's something you can reclaim, one nutrient at a time. And vitamin D is where that comeback begins. Now, while vitamin D gets your muscles ready to move, there's another mineral that gives them something solid to push against, literally. Let's talk about the structure that supports every step you take. Number 2, calcium, the structure that lifts you up. When people think about calcium, they often picture bones and maybe a glass of milk. But calcium is much more than a bone builder. It's also a crucial player in muscle contraction, especially in your legs. Every step you take, every time you lift yourself out of a chair, calcium is involved. Without enough of it, your muscles can't contract properly, leading to leg cramps, weakness, and a greater risk of falling. Here's the problem. Many older adults believe that a glass of milk a day is enough to take care of calcium, but studies show that dietary calcium intake drops significantly after age 60, especially in those who reduce dairy for digestion or cholesterol concerns. Worse, even if you're consuming enough, calcium won't help much without weight-bearing activity to signal your body to send it to the bones. One large meta-analysis published in Osteoporosis International confirmed that dietary calcium combined with regular physical activity was significantly more effective at maintaining bone density than calcium intake alone. Another common mistake? Thinking all leafy greens offer the same calcium benefits. In reality, vegetables like kale and bok choy are much better absorbed because they're low in oxalates. In contrast, spinach, though high in calcium, contains oxalates that can bind to calcium and reduce absorption. So it's not just about eating greens, it's about choosing the right ones. Also, calcium absorption improves when combined with vitamin D in the same meal. Try pairing a calcium-rich dish like sautéed bok choy or tofu with a vitamin D source like salmon or eggs to get the most out of both. For example, a 3-ounce serving of canned sardines with bones provides about 325 milligrams of calcium, almost a third of your daily need. The recommended daily intake for most older adults is 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day, ideally through a combination of food and, if needed, supplements. A quick tip from a nutritionist: don't over-supplement. Too much calcium, especially from pills, can lead to kidney stones or even contribute to artery calcification if not balanced with vitamin K2 and magnesium. That's why I always encourage my older clients to eat their calcium, not just pop pills. Walk, lift light weights, or even use resistance bands a few times a week. Movement tells your body, hey, I need strong bones here, because calcium only works when your body puts it to work. And when you move with purpose, your bones rise to meet the challenge. Strong bones and muscles are essential, but none of it works if the message from your brain never gets there. That's where this next vitamin becomes absolutely critical. Number 3, vitamin B12, the spark behind every step. What if your legs feel weak, not because you're getting older, but because your nerves aren't getting the signal to move? That's exactly what happens when your body runs low on vitamin B12, one of the most vital nutrients for nerve function, balance, and muscular coordination. Think of B12 as the insulation on the wiring between your brain and your legs. Without enough of it, those wires fray, slowly at first, then dramatically. Signals become delayed, misfired, or blocked entirely. The result? Numbness, tingling, heavy legs, and that odd walking on cotton sensation. In fact, early signs of B12 deficiency can include loss of feeling in your feet or toes, slight trembling or shakiness when standing still, a subtle sense of imbalance, especially in the dark or on uneven surfaces. The danger is that these symptoms are often dismissed as just aging, but if left untreated, they can progress into permanent nerve damage. One of the biggest risk factors for B12 deficiency is poor absorption, not poor diet. Older adults who take acid-suppressing medications, like omeprazole or lansoprazole, or who have a history of gastritis, Crohn's disease, or bowel surgery, like partial removal of the small intestine, are much more likely to struggle with absorption, even if they eat well. James, 69, a retired postal worker, found this out the hard way. He'd been struggling to keep up with his grandkids, feeling like his legs were dragging concrete. It wasn't until his doctor tested for B12 that they found the problem. With daily sublingual B12 and a few dietary tweaks, he felt noticeably steadier within weeks. So what works? Eggs, salmon, beef liver, and yogurt are excellent B12 sources. Sublingual supplements are a smart option. Just let the tablet fully dissolve under your tongue to absorb through the lining. In more serious cases, B12 injections may be needed. There's no known upper limit for B12, so it's generally very safe. But still, check with your doctor. As a nutritionist, I've seen B12 deficiency rob people of their confidence and mobility, silently. But the good news is, once you know it's missing, you can fix it. because it's not about getting older, it's about staying connected. And B12 helps keep your legs and your life in sync. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way, you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free day by day. Let's keep going, because even if your bones and nerves are covered, your muscles still need the right kind of calm to function at their best. 4. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer you might be missing. If you've ever been jolted awake by a leg cramp in the middle of the night, or if your legs twitch or feel jumpy at bedtime, magnesium might be the missing piece. Magnesium plays a key role in muscle relaxation and nerve control. It works by regulating calcium and potassium movement in and out of your cells, basically telling your muscles when to contract and when to let go. Without enough magnesium, that system gets out of sync, leading to cramping, stiffness, and poor recovery after even mild exertion. Restless leg syndrome, nighttime leg cramps, and that buzzing feeling in your calves. These are all red flags of low magnesium, especially common in older adults. Why the deficiency? As we age, absorption declines, and common medications like diuretics and acid reducers, PPAs, can drain your body's magnesium stores even faster. According to research in the Magnesium Research Journal, seniors with higher magnesium intake had better physical performance and fewer falls than those who were low. The good news? It's easy to boost. Start with food. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados are excellent sources. Choose smart supplements. Magnesium citrate or glycinate are best absorbed and gentler on the stomach. Avoid magnesium oxide if you tend to bloat or want quick relief. It's poorly absorbed and more likely to upset your gut. Some people experience mild diarrhea at high doses, so start low and increase gradually if needed. Recommended intake is about 300 to 400 milligrams per day for most adults. Splitting the dose with meals can improve absorption and comfort. Personally, I love recommending a warm dinner rich in magnesium, followed by a gentle stretch or warm foot soak. Clients often say, "I finally slept through the night without cramps," because sometimes your legs don't need to be pushed harder. They just need permission to relax, and magnesium is how you give them that permission. All right, now that we've given your muscles a chance to relax, let's talk about control, the kind that keeps your legs steady when you bend, walk, or stand up quickly. 5. Potassium, the balance and control mineral. Potassium isn't just a post-workout nutrient, it's a key mineral that helps transmit signals between your nerves and muscles. Without enough of it, the communication gets fuzzy. That's when you might feel shaky knees, muscle cramps, or even that frustrating, can't quite lift my foot feeling. One of potassium's most important roles is maintaining the balance of fluids inside and outside your muscle cells. This helps prevent dehydration-related cramping and keeps your muscle movements smooth and coordinated. Yet here's the catch. Many older adults don't get enough potassium, not because they don't eat, but because they eat the wrong things. Highly processed foods tend to be high in sodium and low in potassium, creating an imbalance that leads to muscle fatigue, tightness, and even elevated blood pressure. A clinical study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that increasing potassium while reducing sodium significantly lowered stroke risk and improved physical performance, especially in seniors. Take Marilyn, 68. She loved gardening, but constant leg cramps made it a chore. She swapped her morning toast for avocado toast and added a banana in the afternoon. Within a week, the cramps faded, and she was back to enjoying her time in the yard. Sometimes the fix really is that simple. So how much do you need? Most adults should aim for 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams of potassium daily, depending on gender and activity level. To boost your intake, enjoy sweet potatoes, spinach, oranges, beans, bananas, yogurt, and avocados. Also, try cutting back on salt, which competes with potassium's benefits. And a serious note, If you have kidney disease or take potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone, high potassium levels can be dangerous, even causing irregular heart rhythms. Always consult your doctor first. From a nutritionist's view, potassium is the great stabilizer, quietly keeping your muscles and nerves in sync. And when your body is balanced on the inside, every step feels more secure on the outside. You've got strength, balance, and control. But what happens when your muscles just can't bounce back the way they used to? That's where our next vitamin comes in. 6. Vitamin B6, the recovery booster, with a warning. Vitamin B6 may not get as much attention as calcium or D, but it plays a powerful role in muscle recovery, red blood cell production, and nerve health, all critical for keeping your legs moving smoothly and steadily. Without enough vitamin B6, your body struggles to make hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. And without oxygen-rich blood, your muscles can feel heavy, tired, and slower to recover, even after light activity like walking or gardening. B6 also supports the nervous system, ensuring smooth communication from your spine to your legs. Low levels have been linked to tingling feet, muscle cramping, and slower reflexes, issues that can easily be mistaken for just getting older. But be cautious. Too much B6 can actually harm the very nerves it's meant to help. Clinical studies have shown that doses over 100 milligrams per day, especially over long periods, may lead to nerve damage, with symptoms like burning, numbness, and unsteady balance. The ideal daily amount is just 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams per day, easily found in chickpeas, tuna, salmon potatoes, bananas, and fortified breakfast cereals. Practical tip: after a walk or some gardening, try a light snack like a baked potato or ripe banana. Simple natural sources of B6 that help your body recover faster. Also worth noting, certain medications like isoniazid for tuberculosis, hydralazine for blood pressure, or levodopa for Parkinson's can interfere with how your body uses B6. If you're taking any of these, check in with your doctor. Personally, I always say, a little B6 gives you strength. A lot? It could backfire. Used wisely, it's one of your quietest but most effective allies, helping your legs bounce back after every step, not wear down from it. Because aging actively means recovering smart, and that's where B6 shines. So far, we've talked about calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, but there's one final player that makes sure everything ends up in the right place. 7. Vitamin K. 2. The calcium traffic director. Think of vitamin K2 as your body's traffic cop for calcium. While calcium is essential for strong bones, it needs help knowing where to go. Without proper direction, calcium can accumulate in soft tissues, especially in the arteries, where it contributes to stiffness, poor circulation, and even heart disease. That's where vitamin K2 comes in. Unlike K1, which is found in leafy greens and helps with blood clotting, K2's main job is to guide calcium into your bones and keep it out of your arteries and joints. A study in thrombosis and hemostasis found that higher K2 intake was linked to a lower risk of arterial calcification and better bone density in older adults. That means stronger legs and a healthier heart, two things most of us want to hold on to. Here's a common mistake. Many people assume eating greens is enough, but greens mostly give you K1. To get K2, you need fermented or animal-based foods like natto, fermented soybeans, rich but unfamiliar to most Americans Gouda cheese, egg yolks or pasture-raised eggs. Easier everyday options. Just a few slices of Gouda or a couple of eggs per day can give you a solid dose of K2. Experts suggest around 100 to 200 micrograms per day, ideally from food or supplements labeled MK7 for better absorption. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, always talk to your doctor before adding K2 supplements. Sudden changes can affect how your medication works. As a nutritionist, I call K2 the guardian of graceful aging. It doesn't just build bones, it protects them from the inside out, keeping your legs stronger and your circulation smoother. Because it's not just about having enough calcium, it's about sending it to the right place. K2 tells your calcium where to go, so your bones grow stronger and your arteries stay clean. So now you've got the roadmap. 7 science-backed nutrients, each playing a unique role, to help you reclaim stronger legs, steadier balance, and the confidence to keep moving forward, no matter your age. And the best part? These aren't hard changes. You don't need fancy equipment or a strict diet, just small daily actions that feed your body what it's been quietly asking for all along. Because your legs aren't just there to walk. They carry your independence, your memories, your freedom. And if you're ready to start feeling that strength again, here's something simple to get you going. 7-day mini challenge. Easy start, big results. Try one small change each day this week. Get 15 minutes of gentle morning sunlight. Add leafy greens like kale or bok choy. To one meal, snack on almonds, sunflower seeds, or pumpkin seeds. Eat one egg or a slice of aged cheese. Swap your toast for avocado or baked sweet potato. Stretch your legs and take a 10-minute walk. And on day 7, pause and ask yourself, did your legs feel stronger? Did you feel more stable? You can even jot each day down on a sticky note or on your fridge, whatever helps you keep track. Sometimes the smallest shifts lead to the biggest results. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 are you going to try this week? If you have a friend who's been feeling a little unsteady lately, share this with them, because we're all in this together. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another practical, simple tip to stay strong and independent, just like you deserve. Because aging isn't the end of strength. It's the beginning of feeding it smarter. Your legs still have places to go. Let's make sure they're ready to take you there.